All right, class, so today's math lesson is 7.9, and it's building and drawing a shape using other shapes. So when I look at number 1 here, it says to build a square and to use rectangles. So I at first thought I could use these rectangles, but when I put them together, they do not build a square. And I remember the square has to have all equal sides. So I found a couple of other rectangles here. And I see that I can make a square out of them. I did see that I have some other rectangles because remember, a square is a special kind of a rectangle, but it is nonetheless a rectangle. So I can also build a square like that. Number 2 says to build a rectangle with all sides the same length. That essentially means a square, but this time it tells me I need to use triangles that have a square corner. So at first I looked at these triangles because they have a square corner, and remember that's going to be like an L. But when I put them together, they don't have all the sides the same length, so I realized that I can't use those triangles. So I saw these because I see that these have a square corner here. So I am going to build a rectangle with the sides all the same length using these. And it turns out that I can. All the sides are the same length. There was one other way that I could, and it was with these. There we go. Number 3 says build a rectangle with 2 short sides and 2 long sides. Use triangles and rectangles. All right, so I need to build a rectangle with 2 short sides and 2 long sides. And I need to use triangles and rectangles. So I'm going to make this an extra long rectangle here. Use those and this. And now I have an even bigger rectangle made out of triangles and rectangles. As you can see, you can use many different shapes to build another shape, and sometimes you can use triangles to build a square, or triangles to build a rectangle, or more than one rectangle to build an even bigger rectangle. Experiment with your shapes once you get a chance and once you have them, or if we ever get back in our classroom with the shapes that we have in our classroom that you have played with before also. When you get your math books, you'll be able to cut out these shapes and you'll be able to experiment with them at home too. But I wanted to show you this. So this is composing shapes out of other shapes and using different ones to build different kinds of shapes. Awesome. Rectangle, 4 sides and 4 corners. Square, 4 equal length sides and 4 corners. Triangle, 3 corners and 3 sides. Circle, 0 sides. Awesome. See you tomorrow.